Gov sees hospice for refusing euthanasia. This absolutely sickens me to my core. We are watching a dangerous shift in our country, where the government now dictates that hospices must perform euthanasia, even for the elderly, the disabled, and those struggling with mental illness. And let me be clear, I am not talking about situations where someone is at the very end of life, in unbearable pain, and they themselves decide MAID medical assistance in dying is the right choice for them. That's personal. That's between them, their doctor, and their family. What I'm talking about is the government forcing hospices to provide euthanasia on site, stripping away the choice for those who want a place dedicated solely to palliative care. Let me tell you what happened to the Delta Hospice Society in British Columbia. They raised $8.5 million from donations to build a 10-bed hospice in Ladner, BC. Their mission? To help people live their final days in comfort and dignity until their natural end. When MAID became law in 2016, the BC government made a rule: if more than 50% of your funding is public, you must provide euthanasia on site. Religious hospices could get an exemption, but not secular ones like Delta Hospice. Delta Hospice said, if a patient requests MAID, we'll transfer them to a nearby facility, but we will not do it here. The government's answer? Cut $1.5 million in annual funding, terminate the operating agreement, evict them, and because the land was owned by the Crown, they seized the building entirely. No compensation for what the community built. And here's the part that should terrify every Canadian: you now have the legal right to choose MAID, but apparently not the right to choose not to be in a MAID facility. That's not choice, that's coercion. It sends a dangerous message, especially to the elderly, the disabled, and those struggling with depression, that ending your life is not just an option, it's expected. But Delta Hospice didn't give up. They've raised enough money to open again, but BC's rules haven't changed. So now they're heading to Alberta, where the government has said they can operate as a MAID-free sanctuary, a national refuge for those who want to live fully until their natural end. And that's the point. This isn't about being for or against MAID. It's about preserving freedom, about making sure there are safe spaces for those who want palliative care without euthanasia being part of the culture inside the building. The government has no business forcing organizations to end lives when their mission is to protect them. If we stay silent, we risk losing the right to choose life itself. Share the story. Speak up. Support organizations like Delta Hospice, because once we let governments decide which lives are worth living, history tells us it never ends well. Like, share, and follow. Subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments.